1 month ago, I gave birth to a little human, and ever since I've been floating somewhere between sleep-deprived bliss and Googling how to swaddle a baby without crying. But before the diapers, the 3 a.m. feedings, and the kind of love that takes your breath away, there was a journey that started long before I ever saw that second pink line. Let me take you back to day 1. Now here's the funny thing. On day 1, I wasn't actually pregnant. Weird, right? But that's how doctors count it, from the first day of your last period. So basically, my uterus was getting ready, like a hotel room preparing for a VIP guest, fluffing the pillows, lighting scented candles, putting on Marvin Gaye. You get the idea. Meanwhile, one determined little egg was getting ready to meet Destiny. And a few days later, Destiny showed up, in the form of a sperm. Out of millions, one little swimmer found its way to the egg and said, "Hello, future." Boom, the spark. Life began. And me? Totally unaware. I was out there living my life, binge-watching dramas, eating sushi, not knowing that my body was already carrying the tiniest, most important secret in the world. By week 3, that tiny bundle of cells, smaller than a poppy seed, had already started dividing, organizing, and traveling. Like, all right, folks, we've got a placenta to build. The cells were like a construction crew on espresso. They moved fast. Week 4, the embryo implanted itself into my uterus, the "we're doing this" moment. And my body? It knew. I started feeling off, nauseous, a little dizzy. My boobs felt like they'd been used as punching bags. But the biggest sign? Toothpaste made me cry. No idea why. Just minty emotions. So I took a test. And there it was. 2 pink lines. My whole world changed in an instant. I wasn't alone anymore. From week 5, things kicked into high gear. That little embryo had a heartbeat, fluttering faster than a hummingbird. I couldn't hear it yet, but I felt it, a pulsing in my soul. By week 6, the nausea was a full-time job. I was throwing up in the mornings, afternoons, and sometimes during traffic. I carried crackers in my bag like they were currency. I could smell everything. Everything. My neighbor's dog? I could smell its shampoo. Through the walls. Pregnancy is wild. Week 7 to 8, arms and legs started to form. Webbed hands like little paddles. I imagined a tiny mermaid growing inside me. A little sea creature just beginning to become her. Week 9. Fingers and toes separated. I remember holding my belly, whispering, "Someday, those little fingers will grab mine." And my hormones? Oh, they were throwing a full-on rave. I cried at shampoo commercials. I got mad because my toast was too crunchy. Then cried because it was beautifully crunchy. By week 10, she could bend her elbows. She had tiny eyelids and ears, and I had officially outgrown my jeans. R.I.P. favorite high-waisted pants. You served us well. Week 12, first ultrasound. And there she was, wiggling, waving. Not much bigger than a plum, but already stealing my heart. I laughed and cried at the same time, which honestly became a theme for the next 6 months. Second trimester, the golden weeks. From week 14 onward, I had more energy. I wasn't puking every morning. I almost felt like myself again. But inside, she was becoming herself. Hair follicles, fingerprints, taste buds. She could even hear my voice. So I started talking to her every day. "I can't wait to meet you. Please stop kicking my bladder. I love you already." Week 17. I felt the first flutter. It was like a butterfly brushing against me from the inside. I stopped walking, put my hand on my belly, and whispered, "Hi." By week 20, the kicks got stronger. She had favorite songs, She hated sudden noises, and I had heartburn that could melt steel. I dreamed of her often. What would her laugh sound like? Would she love mangoes like I did? Would she have my nose or his eyes? Week 24. I started nesting, folding tiny clothes, setting up her crib, crying over baby socks. They're so small. How do they even make socks that tiny? Week 28. The third trimester. I was big. I was bold. I was tired. She hiccuped every night. Little rhythmic jumps that made me giggle at 3 a.m. I would lie in bed, hands on my belly, and whisper, "We're almost there." Week 32. I waddled. Everything hurt. My feet looked like bread loaves, but people were kind. Strangers smiled, gave up seats, told me I was glowing. They meant sweating, but I took it. Week 36. My hospital bag was packed. Baby clothes, diapers, and snacks. So many snacks. And finally, week 39, a cramp, then another. And I knew it was time. Labor was beautifully brutal. My body roared, my mind soared. I lost track of time, of space, until they placed her on my chest. And I saw her, my daughter, eyes blinking at the world, tiny fingers reaching for warmth. And I wept. She knew me, and I knew her. Every kick, every tear, every stretch mark and sleepless night led to this moment. People say you become a mother when you give birth, but I think you become a mother the moment your heart splits in two and one half grows inside someone else. That was our journey. From a spark, to a flutter, to a cry, to a heartbeat on my chest, and I'd do it all over again, because every day inside that womb was a miracle.